Hello, friends. Bridgid Berkano here, tuning in from the beautiful ancestral lands of the Salish people to Laylip, Washington. Um, Today, we're going to talk about fear of the dark. My child couldn't really sleep last night because he was afraid of the dark, and I know what that is like. And I really struggled with that when I was a kid. And I struggle with it as an adult as well. But I've got some tips to share, some very spiritually led skills, and I can't wait to get into all of that. It'll help with any sort of fear of the unknown. We live in very uncertain times. So I think this is going to be a really potent episode. I just wanted to share a quick life update. I haven't been recording many podcasts because I got a full-time job um, working for a home health agency. And what that is it's skilled nursing that goes to people's homes. And so we provide care for people who, mostly elderly people who are either, recovering from surgeries, or they are starting to need more support with their complex medical conditions, but they want it in their home and it's hard for them to leave home to go to the doctor. So we go and help them out. And then there's also home care, which works closely with hospice to help care for people who are about to cross over. And so I am just humbled by the beauty of the people who I work with. I think it's just an incredible service to provide. And so with my, business acumen and customer service, I'm just kind of working the office end. I'm not a, a registered nurse or anything like that. So that's what I've been up to. And it's been really cool, really stimulating, really neat to learn about medical law and work with really talented people. So that's what I've been up to. But I'm still seeing clients on Saturday mornings. I really, really love it. I still have my retreat coming up. I still offer different classes and workshops here and there. And I still want to do this podcast. So here I am showing up, bursting with this desire to talk about, are you afraid of the dark? If anybody's remembered that show from the 90s, I think it made a comeback, right? But anyways, okay, so last night, my 8-year-old, our bedrooms are really close to each other, so we can like lay in bed and actually talk to each other. But he was telling me, um, I'm scared. I don't want to go to sleep before my brother does. I don't want to be in this room by myself. And I totally remember feeling that way. Um, when I was a kid, I was really sensitive, and I could it just felt like there was a lot going on that I couldn't see, and I didn't want the lights to turn off, and I didn't want to relax and, kind of cross into sleep because I just didn't want to be taken by surprise. I didn't want to be vulnerable to this unknown that was happening. And yeah, I was raised with some good religion where like I was told, guardian angels are here to protect you, and you can just ask God for help, and that's all nice. But it didn't really help me feel that much better. So that's why I like to get into the more somatic energy work and how to actually move energy around my body and my energy centers, because I feel like it's a lot more effective than ideas of, oh, there's something that's looking out for me. Like, that's nice, but we can take that deeper into our bodies. And ultimately, if you believe in, the law of attraction, like attracts like, manifestation and all that, it's what sort of frequencies and energies you hold in your body, not in your mind, not the thoughts in your mind, but the energies that you hold in your body. Like if you're bracing against something attacking you, that's what the experience is. So getting your body and your mind focused in the same direction brings a lot of confidence, I find. And that's what I think I want to start talking about more and more is confidence, like spiritual confidence. That's what I get complimented on. People are surprised by my level of strength and confidence. And it's not something that I was necessarily born with. Um, I feel like it's just kind of trial by fire. Um, I've been really thinking about this, and the blow to my confidence that happened when I lost my father as a 15-year-old girl. Um, because my dad, he was a good man and he protected me. And then just as I was about to start exploring the dating world and really get into more adult relationship themes, with sexuality and all of that, like I lost him. He passed away. And so that was a huge blow to my confidence. And also just being out in the world, like getting an education to pursue a career. I really missed his guidance in that direction. And it was a huge blow to my confidence. So I feel like my coming of age is, I'm feeling really emotional. I'm also, on my moon. So here we are together in my period hut. My coming of age is about developing confidence in sourcing it from deeper places. So I feel like I can really help people find confidence and strength because I had to I had to reorganize it for myself with the rug pulled out from under me. Um okay. So being afraid of the dark, like real fear, like something coming to get me. And tying this in with Halloween. It is Halloween season. So I just thought it was such a great time to talk about all of this. And not only is it Halloween, but our world is scary. I was just talking with a client who she's grappling with fears around immigration. She and her husband are from different countries, uh, different from each other, different from the United States. And they came here legally and they're filling out all the paperwork day by day to live here for years now. And they are raising a family who um, is natural born citizens. So they're rooted here and they are scared for their safety. And, I'm not an immigration lawyer. I can't really help uh, in any practical way unless you think that spirituality is practical, which I do. And maybe this can give you some insight into that. We had some really good success. I mean, I have to believe if she's coming to me for support, then what I'm giving must be practical, right? So the things that I talk about, it's, just fear of the unknown. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the law? Are you afraid of some authority coming after you when you least expect it? Are you afraid of somebody you know? Are you afraid of your boss? Are you afraid of something happening that doesn't quite make sense? It's just fear of the unknown. Are you afraid of death? Are you afraid of disease? Are you afraid of tsunamis? Fear is such a human thing. And beyond the logic of like, oh, well, yeah, I could be afraid of flying, but it's really more dangerous to drive in a car. Like that doesn't matter. It's still fear. Um, so this all ties in together, and I want to offer one method, one energetic method that hopefully can make a difference, at least in helping you feel more confident and strong, no matter what happens, because we just don't know what's going to happen. Um, and it will help confront the shadows. I'm thinking of walking through a haunted forest and Halloween, and this is a way to play with these scary things. And I'm thinking of how I hold myself so that my kids who are standing next to me can kind of latch onto my own island of safety. Like, okay, mom seems safe. I'm going to stay with mom. That's what I try to give my kids. And here's what I'll try to give you. It's just some energetic explorations. So, yeah, being an anxious light sleeper at times, I could just stay up thinking and buzzing around, and there's all this like spiritual activity buzzing around, and my thoughts are going blue blue blue, and that's very disembodied. Um it's you think of the upper chakras, there's like thought and intuition and spiritual connection. So that's a lot of activity in the upper chakras, which is fine, except it can leave behind the lower chakras, which your body very much needs. The lower chakras being, well, your root chakra, which is basic survival. I have a right to be here. Your second chakra, the sacral, which feels pleasure, which feels desire. Uh, it's your sexual organs, which can bring so much connection and joy and creativity. It leaves behind your third chakra, the will, which gives you all your power to affect change. And of course, your heart chakra, which gives a direction to go. So when you're kind of buzzing around up there in the top, in the head places, it's spinning your wheels, and you don't actually get to walk with strength and confidence. I've told this story before. I made the intention, like, I want to find my partner. I want to find a real partner who takes life as seriously as me and who really wants to just have a loving family and connect and be together. And boy, did I find him. I just adore my husband. What really attracted me to him, like the thing that really made me think like, okay, I need to spend more time with this guy, was just, I mean, I felt so safe around him. I could sense his heart, but then really getting to know, like, he knows what he's talking about. Like, he grew up in the forest, kind of a latchkey kid, a single mom, and he wandered the cedars alone for hours, and he got to understand how to connect with spirits. And he grew up in deep woods with a lot of spiritual activity, and somehow he just built this, it's part of who he is, but this grounded, loving presence that is just so beautiful to me. I've He's been a great teacher of mine in how to embody it. So, I think it was the first time I was visiting his mother in these woods. Um, and I came over and we were staying the night there. And I was just like, I can't sleep. There's so much going on. And I had gotten used to the city where it's just a totally different kind of spiritual activity. It's mostly like human ghosts, right? And whatever, I kind of got used to that and could drown it out in certain ways. But this was like native ancestors, nature spirits, like so many different beings that I felt like I was just in a totally foreign place. And they were all checking me out because I had this connection with Joe. And I actually had, like, once I drifted off into sleep, I had a dream that I was in the middle of this circle of people who were all just like peering into me and wanting to know what I was all about. And I was like, ah. So I understand this sort of claustrophobia that you can feel. Another thing that, if you're like me, you might relate to is walking into a house that's or any sort of space, maybe a store or something where there's just a different level of spiritual activity, and your ears might start ringing, or you might feel like there's a lot of pressure in your head. That's something that I pick up on. Is it's just for no other explanation than it's just like it feels like a pressure change. Like there's just whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here, and it's kind of overwhelming to the system if you're somebody who picks up on this stuff. So, anyways, this is for you. This is for you if you can relate to this. So, um, what that is it's, I think, like a Reiki teacher of mine said, it's a lot of information coming in through like too small of a hole or something, you know? So, and I don't want to open up my awareness even more to talk to everybody. Like, that's not my goal when I'm just walking into somebody's house to drop something off, or I don't know, pick up a kid or whatever. Like, I want to feel my body. I want to feel like just a person walking around the earth. So I focus on bringing it down to the lower chakras, and so I can be confident, because like all that other stuff, like that's too much for me to deal with right now when I'm just trying to get through life. Okay, I'm just trying to go to sleep, I'm just trying to mind my business. I have a very specific task to do right now in this body, in this time. I am a earthly being. So this is how to focus more on that and have confidence on the earth plane. Okay. All right. So I was telling my husband I can't sleep, and he said, "Oh, here's what you do." Because he taught himself how to do this when he was a little kid, which I think is just crazy. He just intuited it. He's like, oh, okay, so you breathe into your solar plexus, which is your third chakra. And it's like, if you feel your belly button, it's just maybe an inch above your belly button. You can kind of just feel like it's sensitive in there, like in your gut. And then think like moving in towards your spine. So, right in the middle of yourself, like right in front of your spine. See if you can locate that. And that is your center, your solar plexus, third chakra. It's the energy center of your own will. And what he taught me to do to get more space for myself from all these spirits who were like, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's talk. Let's think. Is to breathe in and imagine. Well, this is what I've morphed it into over the years. I imagine like breathing on hot coals. You know how they glow and they light up. So when you breathe in, it's like air coming into your fire center, your solar plexus. And then when you breathe out, it expands. So your energy center is expanding, and you might think of it as like turning into a softball. A ball that fills your hands, that size ball. And then you breathe in and it strengthens. And then you breathe out and turns into a basketball, just a little bit bigger. And then you breathe in and it glows more, and then breathe out and it turns into a beach ball. So you're just kind of expanding this ball of chi. Um, that's what they say in Qigong. And sometimes, in Qigong, they'll have you expand it in your hand. Uh, you breathe in and it kind of contracts and strengthens, and you breathe out and it gets bigger, and you're just letting it wave and wave. And this is how to use your focused energy to build your own sense of effectiveness in the world. And what it does is it can grow, and just imagine it growing until you have this whole bubble around you. And it's like, this is my space, guys. This is my area. And You can have your solar plexus kind of talk to your root chakra, and your root chakra has the space now to connect to the earth and say, yes, I have a right to be here. This is my space. I need to sleep. I need to rest. I need y'all to leave me alone. And it really changes the force field. It's a strong aura. And I think it's such a great tool. And I'm so happy to be married to somebody like that who could tell me these things. Um, because we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's in the dark. We don't know. But I really think that that tool can help no matter what. Um, because here's the other thing, when we're not in a state of fear and darting around, like, we're probably gonna proceed with much more sensibility. Just being calm and grounded and confident. It's such a power move. If we're frantically thinking, you can really trip up. And so in a really scary time, I just want to invite those who are able to help be anchors, because just as fear is contagious, if one person feels fear and starts to run, everybody's starting to get frantic and we all put ourselves in a whirl. Calm is also contagious. You helping to bring the energy down to a more grounded, sensible place helps everyone else to do this too. It's comforting for people. So I just wanted to share that tool. I felt like this was a great time to talk about it. And I know that those of you listening out there, you probably really care a lot about the state of the world, about the spiritual evolution of the planet. And so this is something that I think really matters, and it can be a game changer for you just walking through everyday life, going to work and doing a project that you're scared of, or asking for that promotion, or having a tough conversation with a family member, or just trying to sleep through the night when you're afraid of the dark. Okay, I hope this helps. And if you need somebody to talk to about your fears, I love shadow work. I love addressing the little things that come up. We're all such unique beings, and um, I'm really here for you. So, yeah, I've got my Saturday mornings. I've got room for one client right now, and maybe that could be you. So, go ahead and drop me a line. You can go to bridgidberkano.com and schedule a free chat just to see if, maybe we connect and you want to work with me. I do a 3-month container where we meet once a week, and I help you develop really strong spiritual practices where you can connect safely with spirit in a very grounded way, and just bring it into your whole life. Because I just love that the spiritual realm is working on our behalf, whether we know it or not. When you put strong messages out there of like, this is what I want a stable home for my family. I want enough money and resources to do my very important work, and I want to contribute to the joy of my community. Whatever you want, that's what I want. That's what I put out there. Um, it helps give you the strength to surrender to who you need to morph into to really be that person who's doing these things. So, yeah, that's where I'm coming from. And I hope it's helpful. I'd love to work with you in my 90-day container. They say it takes 90 days to really set up a new habit. So that's why I chose 90 days to work with a person once a week, to really, yeah, help you with your confidence and self-love and just the feeling that you belong here. I want to help more people feel this way because I think that will really contribute to our spiritual evolution. Um, did I address fear of ghosties and evil? I don't know. I was saying on Instagram that I was going to talk more about that. Well, here's the truth. It's like when you're confronted with something that you're really afraid of, some evil ghosty thing, do you know that you're more powerful than them? Do you know that you're more powerful than shadow? If you know that, then you're not too worried about it. You have faith and you have tools and you have power. If you don't know that you are powerful, then yeah, that's really freaking scary. So that's where I see it fitting in. I want you to know how powerful you are. I want the heart-led heart warriors who want everyone to be respected equally. I want us to just feel empowered to really beam our love out there. And, whether people agree with you or not, I don't know where you're at with all these different worldly conflicts that are going on, but love has a frequency. It's a huge power move to connect to source in this way. And yeah, it'll help. It'll help you sleep through the night. It'll help your kids sleep through the night. So there you go. Tune in next time for more. All right, I'll hope to see you soon. Thanks for listening. If this spoke to you, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. To discover which of the 5 petals is asking for your care right now, take the free 5 petals assessment at bridgidberkano.com/self-assessment. In closing, I'll leave you with a favorite phrase I learned in Circle. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, and what's ours is ours. Until next time, be well.